is the A.R.S.S 2.0 update for March. I'm doing this film on April 1 of 2019. So it's going to be real quick. Not much really went special. We have this corner here, which has been tumbling sand off and on. If you can see right here, there's actually a little column of empty rock right there. And then we also got the little bit of, I'm going to go with either algae or some kind of bacteria growing on there. And it's only the top 1 inch, 1.5 inches. This, let me double check this right here. Interesting. Okay guys, that is definitely detritus right there. I think, yeah. Give me a sec, let me look under the tank. So yeah, interesting. So not only do I have a fine layer of silt going on underneath the tank, I will try to get the camera down there maybe to see that. In fact, you can kind of see right in there, a little bit of brown. So with the silt, there's a little bit of detritus going in there, and I think with the sand tumbling and out these side jets, I think it just kind of filled the detritus in there. And that might actually be exactly what we're seeing in this dark line right here. So right on the edges, we do have some detritus coming back into the sand, and it looks like it's holding in the sand. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's interesting, I just noticed that. All right, I'm gonna move you guys. Oh, we also got a little bit of sand starting to come right down in that crack down there. Just a little bit. All right, we are at the front right part of the tank here. So we're just gonna take a peek here. There again, we've got a little bit of detritus going in right there. And some of our rock has moved a little bit. I guess there's a lot more flow coming off these corners. Well, I do have extra holes over there, so that would make sense. And then we've got, of course, a little bit of this algae or bacteria growth in the top there. And of course, our gravel is looking all right. I am seeing detritus get caught up in there. I am definitely seeing that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think once I go to my DIY acrylic canister idea I plan on building, it might solve that, because I need to get some mechanical filtration in this other than the ag filter system. It's not good enough for that. So that's something we have to deal with. Nothing too special here. Okay, we get over here and we're looking at kind of the same thing, just the top inch of the soil, just got a little bit of stuff. We've got some, let's get closer to that. All right, what am I seeing right here? Very fascinating. Okay, so I do have a small problem without having any mechanical in that pump system down there. So that is detritus also coming up in the edging of that rock. I'm not hugely concerned about it because the water parameters really aren't changing. I am going to keep track of it, of course. I think Amber just hit the tripod there. Of course, we got a little bit of this algae growth. Now the window does come across this top part here. And also I think what's going on as well is the light is refracting off the glass and hitting that as well. And when the sand was shorter, I noticed this as well, that occurred. That's a pretty normal occurrence in this type of thing. And then of course we've got some, again, detritus going in down there, and look at that. Now here's where we get to see if this is going to work. All right, so here is the egg crate, all across here. So right here is starting the, hopefully I'm in the shot, I am. Starting right here is the top of the acrylic boxes. And then of course we got the sand on top of the, oh gosh, I forgot what I call this up. Anyway, it's a backing rod, foam backing rod. So we got the really fine sand actually coming in here, which either means one or two things: is we don't have much flow going on at all, but I would say with the detritus getting pushed back into here, that's not true. I think what we're getting here is what I expected to start to do, and it should mitigate and slow down. I hope it doesn't go too far. Do I need to refocus over there? Yes, let's refocus. Okay. A little bit of air pocket coming in here. I've poked at these and nothing really comes out. They're not a bad gas or anything like people might think. I poked at them, it's just normal air. It does nothing to the water when it comes out. So we just have a little bit of it here. And looks like some detritus is settling into those spaces as well, coming right in here. So these lines in the sand are kind of starting to get some detritus built into them. And of course our ends, which tumble the worst. So let's go check those out. Okay, so here we go. We're at the sides here. We got a very, very dark layer coming in here. That was actually clean. Surprisingly, 3-4 days ago, there was nothing in there, and that's all. This is all new development. I'm just now noticing this. As you can tell, it's piling into there, but the sand and the detritus is not really clogging up the rocks. There's still flow going on there. It might be what's contributed to it to slow down here. Can we see? That's right. Let's begin. All right. Kind of the same thing here. We've got a little bit of detritus in here. We've got the sand starting to fall into this crack between the silicone seam. Not too bad. And I think we also got some of that bacteria growth going in here that you might get in a little bit of sunlight or low light. And not really seeing much else. Now, interestingly enough, I've already got plants growing through the mesh. So let me take you guys off the tripod here, and we're going to see what we can see underneath there. It's going to be a little difficult. Alright guys, don't mind the warbling effect. I think that's actually the flashlight doing this now. So we are now underneath the sand, or underneath the tank actually. And this is all basically what we got going on here. We got super fine silt in here. Now the play sand that I used has a little bit of this iron pyrite stuff that you can see in there. It hasn't affected the balance of the water at all. We also have, which is what I kind of predicted was going to eventually happen. Let me find it here. There. That is a nice juicy root that has punched its way through the mesh. Now I have noticed though it is tiny. It stays small, and right about where we're at here is where the Madagascar lace is at, and also the pygmy chainsword. That is where we're at in this tank. So we got a little bit of detritus sitting down here. We have, again, the superfine sand. So nothing I'm too super concerned about. And let's get this going right here. That is one of the outlets. You can see there's definitely flow. It has pushed the sand out of the way. And then we've also got, of course, my light dying? My light might be dying. Hold on. It's not dying. Here we go. And then we've also got really good flow coming out of that. And that is at the beginning of the chain. This is at the end of the chain. And there's one more. So it's working all right. Yeah, I think that's good. So let me move over to the other side. All right, this is going to be very difficult. This camera is very heavy for this. All right. So here we've got the left front side of the tank here. So we've got, these are much cleaner on this side for sure. And if you guys have been keeping up with the videos, you know what we're looking at. That is the outlets installed with the A.R.S.S boxes. And then we're going to go over to here. Check this out. It looks pretty good. We've got a small flow of current going on there for sure. And then, here we go. Here's where all the detritus ended up. So over here, the detritus going in the corner makes a whole lot of sense because that's where it's sitting right here. It's on this right side of the tank. And what do we got over there? So I think what's going on here is we are getting more flow on this front left box for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but that's appearing to be the case here because on the other side it's not nearly as clean at the outlet point. So there we go. That's the update for the A.R.S.S boxes, and I will hopefully get these out by the end of the week. I am still behind in my videos, so sorry about that. And thanks for watching.